My name is Henry Opondo. I chair the Law Society of Kenya Nakuru chapter. I'm here together with part of the council members of the Nakuru chapter. And today, the 23rd of October, we are launching the Legal Awareness Week. That is usually an annual event by the Law Society of Kenya. The major aim of this event is usually to create legal literacy amongst our populace and basically to advise them on the sectoral application of the law. We usually advise them on every aspect of the law, from civil, criminal, employment, land-related matters. And the aim generally is to make sure that they are aware about the processes, what we as advocates are entitled to do, and in some instances we may even take up some of those cases and deal with them consequently. It is a platform that is also supported by the judiciary, because as you can see, it's being hosted at the Nakuru law courts. And again, it is just to create the awareness and make people familiar with the judicial system largely. Like I said, it's an annual event. It's conducted every year for a period of 1 week. So for this week, it's going to be conducted between 23rd, that is today on Monday, and Friday, that is 27th. What we will also do in this, based on the theme this year, which is unlocking justice and basically decongesting prison, is through the judiciary. We have also been given a platform where we will attend the GK prisons and also conduct an actual decongestion, which is a process where some of those prisoners who are afforded clemency can be released. Those who are serving sentences below 2 years can also be released based on the circumstances, and that is discretionary upon the court. So it's going to be an entire week's event. Since it is a law society event, it is taking place countrywide. Within the Rift Valley branch, we have 11 centers, and that includes Molo, it includes Nyahururu, it includes Naivasha, it includes Ravine, Nyahururu. All those centers have representatives, and therefore this very same nature of the event is taking place in those respective centers. The magnitude may be a bit different, but it is also taking place in those centers.
My name is Njeri Gidai. I am an advocate, a practitioner in this town, Nakuru town. I also represent LSK Nakuru Chapter Council as the secretary. Basically, advocates, we provide services, legal services to the members of the public. And so in this entire week of legal awareness, what we'll be providing to common mwananchi is our legal services. Our legal aid, we give them legal advice on all matters that they will be approaching us with. So we will be here to enlighten mwananchi, we will be here to sensitize them. Any question that they'll bring forth, we'll be here to assist them. So the services are free for the entire week. So we urge all members of the public to turn up in big numbers so that we can be of assistance to them. Basically, we are launching the Legal Awareness Week today. And so we may not have a big turn up of members of public today, but we'll be expecting in the course of the week they will show up. For now, it's still early to tell whether there is any difference between what we did last year and this year. But again, noting that generally we've gone digital, so we may not have big numbers, but those who will show up will be of assistance to them. So for now, we can't tell whether it's different, but generally the whole exercise, it's just the same, providing free legal services to members of the public. To approach a lawyer's chambers requires money. Of course, you have to pay legal fees. But I would urge members of the public to take advantage of this week, because here there will be no consultation fees, there will be no fees to start the work. So basically, if they can come and take advantage of this week, it will be much good. But anyway, if they'll not be able, we are still there. We are advocates 24/7. Our offices are open. They can still come to our offices. But generally, this one is for someone who may wish to have some legal assistance but can't afford it. So we are here to offer it free of charge.
My name is Wangara Mwangi. I am the Vice Chair, LSK Nakuru Chapter. We are here with my colleagues and part of council to launch the legal aid awareness. It's happening all over the country, but for Nakuru and its environs, it's happening at the Nakuru law courts. Mine is to speak on how to file a civil suit or how you present your papers in court. And there are many procedures. And first of all, we have the small claims court. that has recently been launched here in Nakuru. It's doing amazing. Hiyo ni ile the court ya madeni kidogo. So the cases take from between 2 weeks and 2 months, and it's up to conclusion. We have forms for the small claims court that are present in all registries, or you can approach an advocate who will draft the same for you. We can also go to court by way of a civil suit, and the difference between a civil suit and the small claims is up to a million shillings. That's when you approach the small claims court. But above a million shillings, you go to the normal chief magistrate's court. The procedure of filing a civil suit can be by way of plaint, originating summons. It's a lot of legalese, but for mwananchi wa kawaida out there, if you intend to file a civil suit, I advise you approach an advocate. And if you have a question or an issue, it's advisable if you're available, you come to the legal awareness clinic through the week, because it's going to be free. If you approach an advocate after this week, they are going to charge you legal fees and file opening fees. There are many civil courts within the judiciary system, and those include even the environment and land court. Environment and land courts. There is also the employment and labor relations court. All those are within the civil litigation scheme. So filing a case is essentially a lot. And I believe if you are out there and you have a question, you can come. There are advocates who are already here, and we are waiting for the general public to come so that we can serve them. Again, it's free of charge. There are those who think that hiring an advocate or getting the services of an advocate I can still do it myself. But the reason why advocates are out there, or why we do this work, is because we know our ways in and out of litigation. We know our ways around filing. We know our ways around legalese. That is how we draft. And majorly, for laymen, the drafting is a problem. So it is not entirely in vain that you get an advocate. It might be expensive, but also there's the phrase that says cheap is expensive. At the end of the day, you end up spending more than you would have spent if you hired an advocate. So it is important, even if you're going to draft it yourself, you can get an opinion from an advocate, and that's why we give the services of legal opinions to people who want an opinion on a matter, but they want to represent themselves. Yes.
My name is Felin Ondande. I'm an advocate based in Nakuru. I'm also the treasurer of the Nakuru chapter, LSK Nakuru chapter. So what role can community leaders play in eradicating GBV or raising awareness about GBV? For one, they can, for example, they can try and hold meetings. For example, like chiefs within their area of jurisdiction, they can try and hold meetings and inform the public. Others do not know about it. They do not know that they can be able to report and action be taken. So the issue that the biggest issue is that most of these GBV cases are not addressed. They are not reported. Reason being that people live in fear. They don't know that they can get help, but there is help. They can report to any police station. The thing that we can do is leaders in maybe different working places, they can raise policies concerning GBV so they can protect the employees in whatever organization. The other thing is schools, because GBV does not only affect adults, it also affects children. So they can maybe do something, perhaps maybe even add a curriculum to focus on gender-based violence as well as sexual issues, so that our children can be educated on the dangers, how to avert such dangers, and what to do if one is violated in one way or another. Another thing that we have is community leaders like chiefs are trying to resolve these issues on their own, but that is not the right thing to do. They ought to report to the police station and let the law do what's supposed to do, let the courts do their work. Stop doing the courts' work. I think that is the only way, that is the best way that we can be able to raise awareness and at the same time be able to eradicate GBV. Social media, very well. We have bloggers. We have those bloggers who love the limelight. Yeah, they use such cases to be able to get that limelight. But that is not the right way to do it. They should not be victimizing gender victims, what they're supposed to do is to raise awareness. They should use social media for the right purpose, to be able to create positivity concerning this issue and to be able to help the authorities in dealing with the matter. Unfortunately, we've noticed nowadays, GBV does not only affect the female gender, it also affects the male gender. Unfortunately, the male are unable to raise these issues because they are either laughed at. For example, if a male reports that they were beaten by their wives or sexually assaulted by their wives, people would laugh about it. Social media would have a day on that issue. But that is not the right thing to do. What they ought to do is to raise an awareness so that people can be comfortable to be able to report and to be able to raise and talk about these issues, because this is a very serious issues affecting many people, and that is why you can see there is a rise in suicide and these other things.
So basically, what we want to urge members of public to turn up in large numbers. We will be here from today up to Friday. We start our legal awareness or aid from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So we encourage members of the public to show up. We will be here to assist them. All advocates are gloves off, waiting for members of the public to assist them. So we want to advocate that those who will get the message. We have done the broadcasting through our radios and our TVs, and we're hoping that this message will get to as many people as possible, that they can show up. Legal awareness, we are urging members of public to come and take advantage of this moment. Like we said, it is free of charge. This is the only time the advocates they have volunteered to be here to ensure that we give back to the society, because in one way or another, as professionals, we also have a moment of giving back to the society. So we are here to give back to the society, and the only way we can do, because we are legal services providers, is to give members of the public free legal aid, free legal advice, and of course create awareness. We'll be